Hello, how's everyone doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. Are you guys ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So my first question is for Lazarelle. What was the initial inspiration behind this project?
Man, I just wanted to, it was almost like my stepping into doing something for our culture, you know what I'm saying? So, and I wanted to write about, I like to write about stuff in some ways that I know in my world now, you know what I'm saying? So the inspiration was I wanted to write something about love. I wanted to write something about relationships, redemption, and I have a background in sports and football. So it's very closely connected, you know, to somewhat of my life. And so, and then the words just kind of like write themselves. I have the idea and then pretty much the story kind of writes itself.
And my next question is actually for all of you. With this being a Black love story, how would you guys define Black love?
Beautiful, strong, and gifted, and amazing. That's what Black love is. Now, Black love is something. It's special, you know, to find somebody that you really love and can go and know that you can go through ups and downs with in life. You know what I'm saying? You know that you can deal with, or you can find a companion that's like your best friend or somebody that you grew up with and you know they family, they know your family. It just makes everything to me just better in life when you have a relationship like that. You know, like in certain things I say, I was telling like Denise earlier in an interview we was doing, you know, you nowadays you can't let like social media or your relatives or your friends or whoever know about your relationship nowadays, because it can mess up your Black love. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people get to talking and saying this. It might, like I was telling earlier, I was saying somebody in your family, you can bring your girl over and your girl probably just had an attitude that day. So she didn't speak to nobody in the family. So the next day, the family member just saying all the worst things and bad things about her because they didn't know she probably just had a problem, and they make you feel bad because they're like, damn, she didn't speak. She showed did. She was rude to you, huh? And it's like, you don't think of like, wow, you know, somebody probably had an issue both ways, the male or the female. So, you know, just know if you got some Black love is amazing. And if you find the right person with the Black love can always be together, and it just stay better when it's together. That's all I can say.
She was so impressed.
I was done with the Black love. I was done with the Black love.
You dropped the mic, Jackie. That's it. Nothing else to be said. That's it.
Black love.
And my next question is, with you guys starring in the film, but also with you writing and directing the film, what is it like showing that and having the representation of Black love in media in this day and age?
I think that, you know, Black love to me is so powerful because, you know, if you're a Black man, you came from a Black woman. And to me, the first love for most men is their mother. And so when I think of Black love, I think of just going beyond my spouse. I think of like my mom, my sisters, you know, and there's so many, you know, Black women have been called out of their names and this and that. But that's why with this film, I want to show a representation of a more positive portrayal. And it's real because it's just like the media portray, oh my God, like Black men not doing this for their kids, Black men, it ain't no Black men. But what's so crazy is all the Black men that I know that's in my world are amazing fathers or amazing parents, but it's just the media portray only the negative things. So what I want to do is play a small role and showing that we're all the same. Everybody want the same when it comes down to love. Absolutely. So that's what I love about Black love.
Drop the mic.
Black love. I'm feeling that background, Jackie. Hey, Jackie, I'm feeling that background.
That's hot. Yeah.
Hey, but you got to be careful when you move so much. it's kind of the green screen trying to keep up with you.
Hey, listen, that's part of my promotion. I'm a promoter. That's part of my promotion. That's my special effect.
I told him early, I was like, how amazing it is for me because he's hiding himself. And all you see is me on the side. I'm just like, oh, how generous of you. And then he does that. And then he does that. Exactly. Then he slobs me down on the other side. There you go. So.
Your turn, Denise. Your turn. What about you on Black Love?
I'm gonna be. I hate to be, but love is love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially these days, it's like there's so much tension. There's so much, black, white, brown stuff or whatever. When you find the person that's right for you or whatever, no color, I think, should really matter. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we have a unique story, and it would be important and necessary for that person to know where we come from and to be able to identify with that part inside of us. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because there's things that we as Black people experience that no one else, culturally speaking, can even fathom. You know what I'm saying? So that person has to know and love and respect that part of you. But I don't know. To me, love is love. True love is universal.
Black love.
Can I interject on something real quick? Like I've met, like I said, I've worked with quite a few actors, but it's so interesting, and it's almost like watching Denise act and watching Jackie. Just it's a phenomenal cast we have, but I spent more time because y'all the leads. Working with you guys. It's almost like when you get into a scene, and when you was breaking down in many parts, it's almost like it was just something else there that was like you was digging so deep from almost like, I noticed the character that you create, but just like, it's pretty amazing. That's why I always love to stay behind the camera and watch the best of the best act. It's almost like I don't want to sound all like conspiracy or whatever. It's almost like the ancestors or something, you know what I'm saying? Like coming through, And then when people watch the movie, they will see what I'm talking about. Right now, it's kind of vague, but there's some scenes there where I'm like, wow. And I don't want to keep gibbering, but
But you sure is.
That's humbling. Thank you. Thank you. What'd you say, Jackie? I missed it.
He said, I don't want to keep gibbering. I said, well, your show is. Oh.
What are we going to do?
I see you over there too. I'm going to point you out too, Catherine. I see you over there telling somebody, back up. Don't move.
What we going to do
I see
Jackie,
you.
y'all?
It's the cat or something. I see it. Point everybody out.
My next question is actually for Jackie. What was your preparation process for Kevin?
Man, just to show up and go to work and be glad that God woke me up and be blessed enough to go work for Lad and go work aside of Denise Boutte. It was just going to work, man, and creating and having a great time and blast on set and becoming something so special from this character that Lad created. And I don't know how he seen me bringing it to life, but I'm glad I brought it to life for him because this was his rockabye baby, and his baby is a beautiful project. And I think he got the right baby in his baby. I think he got the right people for it. And it was easy because Laz let me do what I wanted to do. He let me have fun. It was like, he was like, damn, Jackie, did you write this with me? It was that type of work because it was like, if I did something extra, he was like, yeah, that's right, Jackie. He's a good person to talk to about if you was like, I don't understand that, Laz. What about this? He'll tell you right away, get straight to the point. Me and Denise working together. This is, like I've been saying, our second time. So this was basically easy because she is like a sister, I can say a mother, I can say a auntie or whatever. She's a great person in life. So just having a second project with her, it was like, oh shit, I'm working with Denise again. This is gonna be really easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be afraid because she's so beautiful. I don't gotta be afraid because she know her shit and I better know my shit. It was like, you gotta be there. So just working with these people from Laz, Denise, and Christian, I had a blast. It was easy going to work, even though Laz had diarrhea every day. So I don't know how he was able to work. But he did good. He did good. He was the first director to work with diarrhea, and he did it.
Hey,
had
I'm
a
just
blast,
hey,
yo.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing right now because I keep losing Jackie behind the poster.
Don't worry about
like
it.
he's like you keep disappearing inside the poster.
My special effects.
Dude, this is
But I had
okay.
a
So
blast.
wait, right now, Catherine, do you understand what we were dealing with? We're doing something serious. We're trying to go deep. And here you got Jackie. After the scene is done, this is Jack, and it's like, oh my God, you're just falling out. As soon as you are done doing these heavy ass scenes or whatever, he just breaks you out and makes the whole damn place like go mad laughing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how could you not appreciate that? You know what I'm saying? When you so heavy bogged down in these scenes or whatever, that is the biggest relief, is to be able to release or whatever. So it was fun. It was there were certain scenes that are really intimate or whatever. If you felt safe, you felt supported, you felt that you were allowed to free fall. Laz didn't come and constantly, okay guys, when you pour yourself into a script and you do the studying, you got that foundation. When you come to set, you're free falling. So when a director is nitpicking and trying to do all these little nuances or whatever, sometimes it can kind of throw you off track. Laz trusted us. He trusted our choices. He would come here and there and give a little something, but he began to trust the fact that we had made certain choices and allowed us to create. When you come to set, you take that script pretty much and you drop that bad boy. It's you free falling with the person across from you. Any preconceived notion, any choice, any of those things that you had beforehand, that all changes because you have to be vulnerable enough to drop that, I was going to say SHIT, and just let it evolve and turn into what it's supposed to. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. When you're with people you're comfortable with and you know that their skill set is on 100, like they make you better. You know what I'm saying? They make those scenes better for you. And you can't do that without the proper, person to create against and also the support system behind it.
Get him, Laz. Get him, Laz.
That's it.
Hey, but I always say this, man, that it was, it was interesting when I was casting the role of Kevin. It was like I had something else in mind, but when I met Jackie, because it's like he brought so much character, so much personality to it that was just part of who he is in real life. And I mean, he's just made Kevin just so likable. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't ask for it. It was just like the perfect, it's like everything fell in place. Everything fell in place the right way. And I'm so proud because you're going to root for these people, and
Thank you, Laz. Thank you,
yeah.
Laz.
Right.
And I would say that without you looking right in my face like you are. I'm not just saying because you're looking at me.
I appreciate you, Laz.
You sure about that,
Laz? Laz, me and Laz talk a lot. We like brothers now.
Exactly. Like, what a trailer? Can I see the trailer? Can I see the trailer?
I told him he might not get me for the price he got me for this movie, but he can probably compensate with me, But no, thank you, Laz. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that me, Denise, Christian, Corey White, and Denise, I'm glad that literally we all was your choice for this movie, and I hope that it does great for you. Even though we're in it, I hope it does great for you because it's your baby, and I hope the world really appreciate your writing and appreciate your directing. So so you can get more jobs in this business and keep your career going and moving, and hopefully, if you do got some more money, I'll do your next movie with you. But, I definitely appreciate you as a Black man. You're a Black director, so keep it going, man. You can be the next, hey, John Singleton, rest his soul. So let's get it. Man.
That's a good category right there.
Hey, I'm only gonna say you with the best because you're working with the best. So I gotta put you with the best, and that's just real. So I give you your pats on the back, and I would say that in your face, even if you wasn't here.
Yes, indeed. Love it. Love it.
My next question is actually for Denise. With viewers seeing Jasmine go through various struggles within her marriage, infertility, with viewers who might find this relatable in aspects of their life, what advice would you give them?
No, I'm gonna go back to something that I related to personally. And I've said this, on other interviews, but all of us have an idea in mind as to what makes our lives, quote, perfect. Again, no life is perfect, but like me, went to college, got the degree, interned my ass off, got a corporate America job, got the house, got the car. Thank God the husband worked out. Okay. He's still working out to this day. But my point is, a lot of the things that you think that you need to fulfill yourself are not necessarily the things that when you actually get into it, it's like, okay, well, what else is there? Is this it? And that's what happened with me. I was in corporate America climbing the ranks and stuff, but it was still like, this is it? Like, I worked this hard and here we are. But that's how I discovered acting. I was open, I was vulnerable, and allowing myself to pursue other things like, oh my God, this feels good. So what is this? You know what I'm saying? And allowed myself to not have in my mind a certain rigid picture of who I thought I had to be. And so once I fell into acting, that's when my spirit, that's when my soul, and that's when those things started to get activated because I was open. And that also applies to love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of the guys or whatever, they look nice or whatever, and you want this and you want that, and you want this. But a lot of times the love of your life may not fit into those categories. So we have to be vulnerable. We have to be open in order to allow those people in. If we're too rigid, we might let the good one pass us by,
Indubitably. Indubitably.
Just saying.
That's indubitably.
Yep.
And with this film being a Master P production, what was it like for you guys to be able to work with him and also have him on set?
Oh,
we had ice cream every day. The ice cream man, he brought us ice cream every day and wrap chips.
He bought us Mayatis, he bought us wrap chips, he bought us wrap noodles, everything. It was a Master P production.
Wrap rice. We had wrap rice. It was awesome.
Well, but that's the interesting thing. Like Master P was actually there on 2 of your days, Denise.
The first day, yeah.
Yeah, the first day and one of Jackie's days.
And Symphonique was there, right? It was
Symphonique was there.
Yeah.
I said every time, Master P is a gift from God for people to know how to hustle and know how to start businesses. Absolutely. He's a great person, a gift from God, because Master P has done a lot for the Black community alone. That's some credit that he probably don't even get. And for the credit that he do got, and for what he is known, I pat the man on his back because he always got his hands in something, whether it's producing, he acting, he selling chips, he's selling soup, he's selling this, he teaching his kids how to be business people, he putting his kids into acting, he got them coaching, he basketball, he waking up every day doing positive motivation. I mean, how can you be mad at this man? Unless he just end up being a bad person. But at the end of the day, all I've seen all my career in life, from me knowing Master P, Percy Miller, he done did everything. And he's still to this day, still hustling, still keeping he's showing that he's a great father, doing all this stuff, putting movies together where he cast it's gonna be great. I'm gonna put my name up on this and get this movie going because he's a great dude, So even though I'm making the jokes, all this stuff, I'm really excited for this man because he's selling everything. I mean, I don't care if it took 3 years later down the line for it to start popping. It's popping now. You know about it. I just found out the other day, the man is selling pickles. I mean, pickles now. I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? He got pickles. He got Mayati. He got chips. He got soup. I mean, he got everything. If you a hood person and you grew up, he got everything that you would love growing up. And I'm just
got the whole
real.
truck, one stop shop.
So shout out to Master P. I give him a pat on the back for just being a great mentor to the world. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to show his hustle. He don't have to show all his success that he got going on, but he is. He can be like these other dudes. He can be the big boss and keep everything secret. And you don't even know, damn, you own that? Yeah, but he's showing. He's giving us knowledge. He's teaching us. And as you can see, still producing, making great films, and they all positive. So at the end of the day, pat on the back to Master P and Percy, little Romeo, for doing something, following his dad's footsteps.
Yes, indeed.
And with this film having representation, not just in the cast, but also with the production team, the director and writer, what is it like for you guys to have that representation all throughout the film?
Again, kind of like what Jackie was saying, it's really an honor and very humbling whenever we are creating us with us, and so it took a village. There are, other folks or whatever involved, shout out to Jason Bernard with that. Tracy did the whole soundtrack, thing. I mean, it took a village, but there was a sense of pride, that went into it, and just, operating on that kind of a level. Everyone brought something different to the table, and we allowed those people to flourish and, play their position the manner that, it should have been. And there were times that, if I wasn't too deep trying to, get the cry on, you step back and behind, that camera and see how things are operating, and see, and Laz was always open to that. You know what I'm saying? Because we also are playing in the Master P playbook, and we also want to diversify. We also want to know not only how it goes in front of the camera, but what it is that goes on in the back, so that we can bring the proper things to the front, because it's a different perspective. And so there was a camaraderie and acceptance and support system that we had in order to do that. So it was a family affair, a very comfortable atmosphere. And, without those restrictions, we were able to just, be ourselves and create free fall, have fun, and hopefully create something special that you guys can enjoy and relate to. And this will be a classic. We'll put ourselves in the classic category, like those Love and Basketball, The Best Man type story. So that is our goal. That's how we hope people relate to it. And that's how we hope that we, we create a legacy, for the next folks that come along.
And without giving away any spoilers, for Denise and Jackie, what were you guys' favorite scenes to film?
I would say the first time I see her when we first meet each other again after from being separate ways, and when I meet her at the doctor, we're at her job. I would say that was because I like the fact that my client is there with me as I'm working. I like the fact that she's working, and it's our like, wow, ooh, we both looking at each other like, damn, it's like, wow, reminiscing on the love we had. It was that type of moment. And that scene was just so beautiful for me because the way it was shot, the Laz didn't shoot this. I shot this in my head, but he shot it. Laz shot it so beautiful. Laz shot the scene so beautiful because it was like, when you see it, he's sitting on the chair, his client is there, she comes out. It's like that moment she turns around, and the way that she looks is so amazing, because this is Denise, such an amazing actress. It comes out so great. And the way that Laz shot it was like, wow, they really must miss each other. Wow, they must like each other. Wow, it's like it was the perfect introduction from when I seen it. And I would say that's my favorite scene with her.
I would have to say it's when we're on the park benches, just that conversation, that we have out there, and we just have finally like dropped the guards down to a certain degree. And, she's been so uptight, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, like I said, do the quote right thing in her mind. But it's like for her to actually, that was the first time you saw her drop the crap and be who she really, really is, drop the facade. And Kevin always brought that out of her. You know what I'm saying? So you basically see this character or whatever in a completely different light once that conversation starts to happen, because they're so comfortable together, because there's such a chemistry between the two. And even if she wants to deny it and pretend it's not there, she can't. So in those kind of intimate, simple situations, like you just see this person blossom and open up, where she was kind of rigid, she was dormant. But in that moment, you see her free fall into who she really is, and how this man connects with her spirit in a way that no one else has.
And I just love the movie because it gets the world to see me as a good guy. They really get to feel bad for this guy, Kevin. I mean, it's the things he go through. Wow. it's like,
I don't know about that. In the beginning, Jackie, I don't know if I don't know if they're rooting for you in the beginning, Jackie.
when?
In the beginning.
No, that was, I'm
Young
talking
you.
about I'm
Young
talking
you.
about the older.
Oh, okay, okay.
The older Kevin, when he had
I'm
to
just
go
saying,
through,
young
you
Kevin.
know,
Okay.
the young Kevin was a mess. You know, everybody was a little mess. But you know, the older Kevin, I'm gonna say the older Kevin, you're gonna love and you're gonna feel very sorry for him. But you're gonna be so excited when, of course, the end. I'm not gonna say, but yeah.
Okay, we gotta.
Nobody, come on, Laz. What we gotta do?
No, no, just nothing.
And my final question is for all three of you. If each of you could pick one word to best describe this film, what would it be?
Redemption.
Love.
What'd you say? You stole my word. You said love. Hope.
Well, thank you guys so much and congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much too.
Tune
Appreciate
in,
it.
everybody.
Film is available today on BET Plus, and also the soundtrack is available today.